Oh, goodness, y'all. I'm tired, yo. I wasn't expecting to be this tired. Oh man, it's beautiful. Fuji was actually supposed to fly me out to Stockholm, but they ended up changing their plans. So I'm a little sad watching this. But how's everybody doing? This is super early for me. For once, all my people on the east, across the ocean, this is exactly what y'all were. This is good timing for y'all. I'm over here half awake. I barely had enough time to make my coffee. Let me see if I get my AirPods in here. Uh-oh, y'all can't hear anything.
Museum called Fotografiska. We will be presenting X-Summit from here today.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Hello everybody. Welcome to Stockholm, Sweden. My name is Knut Koivisto and I'm an expert.
What time is it? It's 5 in the morning.
We are very honored that you have chosen Fotografiska.
I just woke up.
Fotografiska, which actually means the place for photography in Sweden, is the largest venue entirely for photography in the world. It opened in 2010 and since then it has grown to a numerous Fotografiska around the world. We have places in
I
New York
literally
and
just
Tallinn,
rolled out of
and as
bed.
we speak, we're also opening a place in Berlin.
Hi,
Hi, Jody. Welcome.
thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I wish we had a Fotografiska in Tokyo as well.
I think.
Oh,
that would
you've
be
been
very
there?
cool, don't
It
you think
looks
so?
cool.
Totally.
I'm
We
really
have
sad
some
I
very exciting
wasn't able to
things to
go,
show
but
inside.
you
Shall
know,
we go
it is what
inside?
it
Yeah,
is.
let's go.
So this is my project here at Fotografiska, the Fotografiska Wall of Fame. Since the beginning, I take portraits of the photographers coming
Yeah,
here and
it's definitely
exhibiting.
waking up here.
So,
It's like
Yeah,
all over
this
the
is
place.
so impressive. Why are those images all in black and white?
yeah, that's a good question. It's because when you do it over a long time, it will have a continuity.
Just
Because
got
black
the
and white,
coffee.
You don't know when the picture is taken.
Right.
Barely had a
In
chance to
color,
make
they'll
it.
be much more different in the pictures.
Yeah, makes sense.
So can you imagine that all the pictures
Actually,
you
I
see
might,
here are shot on Fujifilm cameras from all the X
think I'm gonna
series
take off my
cameras up to
AirPods.
the GFX. So
That is so impressive.
thanks.
So all the visitors will be seeing the images.
Cause my family still sleep. So with the AirPods on, oh, come on, yo.
Shot on X.
Bro, play the thing. So I've heard the rumors, but I actually, for once, I don't know any, like, for once, like, they don't tell us anything early, so. I'm actually unaware of what we're getting today aside from just kind of hearing the rumors. You know what? It seems like they decided to not pay for people. I think that's what happened. They were like, we're not going to bring all these US people all the way over here and waste all this money.
Okay, we have a wonderful location today. Today's main theme is here. We're delivering the news for GFX system today.
Yeah, new GFX.
First, let us remind you what the GFX system is.
They're like, hold
In a
up.
simple formula,
Let's
The
remind you how
GFX 15S
beastie this
was
boy
released
is,
in
though.
2017. At that time, probably many people recognized the system.
Well,
as
it was really
follows.
the first medium format digital.
GFX equals image quality.
Is that serious? I didn't know that.
From commercial photographers to fine art professionals, people who need high image quality and bought into our system then would probably agree. GFX has set a new bar for image quality.
Yeah, GFX.
やっぱりセンサーがでかいとその空気感もあって全体映し出せる立体感っていうのは GFX 使っててよかったなっていうところがすごいありますね。GFX の広い大気系統がこのプリントをする時の階調をすごい
Yeah, every time I use my
出
GFX,
せるっていうのが
every time I use it, I'm just like,
ハイライ
ugh.
トの寸前のハイライトまで
If I didn't mainly shoot weddings, because you can do it with a GFX, but you just really have to
して
like
いただいてるので
have a very specific approach to your weddings.
取れないですね。
It was there, yeah, because there was already medium formats out, right? Like Hasselblad had one out, I think.
GFX 100.
Do you have any dual stress harness recommendations? Mine just broke. I mean, I'm a big fan of holdfast gear.
102 megapixels.
They're like the old trusty.
That was not all what the GFX 100 achieved. GFX 100 added one more important factor to the GFX formula. That is,
IBIS.
GFX equals image quality plus IBIS. The ultra high image quality.
Yeah, holdfast gear is hands down the best on the market. A lot of people are like, oh, they're mad expensive. I don't want to get them, and they get other stuff. Like,
IBIS completely
I've been using
unleashes
holdfast.
the potential of shooting.
Like, I still have my original one, and I could wear it, and it's just fine. And that thing's like
That is
7, 8
what
years
the
old at this
GFX
point.
100 achieved. It expanded the field of ultra high image quality.
One of the features that really stood out to me is how improved the stabilization is, the IBIS. It was not long ago where medium format was just limited to basically only stay on a tripod, but now I feel more confident than ever to pick the camera
Wow,
up,
yo,
work
look at that
from
rig.
home, and if it's cars, people, whatever, a lot of motion, this stabilization makes me so much more confident as a photographer, where I can be more creative on set. I can work more freely, shooting weird angles, and still be confident that I get my shot. And it's because of features like that why I love working with GFX.
How's the audio for
Within the
y'all?
GFX
Is
formula,
it
we do
good
not
enough?
just add, but we
Hi
also
friends,
subtract.
anything exciting? Nope, we just started.
In
They're still talking.
2021, we launched the GFX 100.
Better than iPhone 15? No, there's
S2.
iPhone 15 actually is the best image quality.
And compact body design
Audio's low.
with mere 900 grams.
I don't want to
Now,
I don't
with
want to
the
make
compact
it too
design,
loud so you can't
the
hear me
formula
either.
has
Yeah,
changed
100S. Mine's
GFX
somewhere over
equals
there.
Image quality plus IBIS minus volume.
このプロジェクトを立ち上げた段階から GFX を
Yeah,
使い
I'll
続
make
けて
them
ます
louder. I just
ヘリ
want
コ
to
プターだったり
compete
と
for
か海ぞ
audio.
りだったりとか、一般的な交通手段じゃないものを使用していくことが多いんです
Also,
け
the
ど
audio is
そう
just
なった
kind of
時
low
に
anyway.
やっぱり持ってける荷物って
Like, it's low for me
かなり
too.
限られる。そうなった時にもう本当に信頼できるカメラ
Yeah, the 100S,
しか持ってけ
yo,
ない
it makes
っていう
medium
状況が
format
必然と
portable.
出てきてしまう。
That's even a lot of people in the chat
Camera
here. They keep talking about full frame. I don't think Fuji's gonna do it. Fuji's gonna focus on medium format the same way they did crop sensor,
今思っています。
and they're gonna make their medium formats beastie.
Okay, we are still missing an important factor to the GFX formula.
A
It
grip
is multiplier.
multiplier.
In 2023, the GFX formula will look like this. GFX equals image quality plus IBIS minus volume times speed.
Ooh yeah.
Yes, the GFX gets the weapon of speed.
Let's go.
There
My
is
boy
no
said
more
the weapon of
excuse.
speed though.
The image quality is great, but the response is a bit slow. No matter what the subject or the situation is,
Let's go.
the new generation GFX is your first
Oh
choice.
no.
Now, it's time to show you the answer to the
Bro,
new
they did
GFX
because
formula.
that's exactly what he said is
102
what I
megapixels
say every
image
time
quality.
about GFX.
Plus advanced IBIS minus volume times the speed? The answer is
Yeah.
GFX 102.
It's beautiful. Yeah, like I try my best not to call the GFX 100S slow because it's not for medium format. But in terms of cameras in general,
is there any value
you know, like,
to the word genuine?
it's a little slow. Like, it's great for studio work,
It
it's
is
great
as
for like
pure and beautiful
outside
as the
portraits,
original.
lifestyle engagement sessions, but weddings,
Boundless
it was like,
feelings and obsessions.
nah. What do you think it would take you to swap to medium format full for weddings?
Predecessors strived
Yeah,
for.
I would totally do it. I just upgraded to them XT5s. That's the real problem.
Is there any need
But yeah,
in
like
the
I
word
shot the
art?
GFX at a couple of weddings. I enjoyed every moment of it.
The
So like
light spins
this thing,
illusions,
I was looking at the specs
magic made
online from all the
real through
rumors, and it was
glass.
saying it does 8 frames a second. That would be it alone. If it focused
boundless
faster and
temptations
8
and
frames a
passion.
second, that's it. You could totally shoot weddings on it,
We
and it
capture
wouldn't
the
be like,
moment.
well, it's cool, but
As
you know, you
instant
gotta be
dictates.
careful. Like, no, I would just be out there like, ba 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 ba. Oh, it
Is
looks
there
good,
any
yo.
Future to the word dream. We face forward to
Fujifilm's
soar
like, forget
among
y'all's
the
full
clouds.
frame. Everyone's like, oh, what about a full frame camera? I would love to switch to these as my only camera, just so like if I ever seconded, they'd be like, what do you shoot?
challenge
And I'd be
them
like,
now,
Fujifilm, and they're like,
raising
oh,
tomorrow
is it
even
full frame?
higher.
Actually, it's medium format. And they'd just be like, what? Let's go. And the body's still small. Look at those 2 buttons on the front. Wow. Oh yeah, and the back is just the same as the 100S. Let's go. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Now I gotta figure
Hello,
out how I can
everyone.
get one.
I'm Makoto Oshii, product planner of GFX camera system. The development concept of the new generation GFX was to add the agility of the X in GFX body. So it is a high-speed GFX.
It doesn't look,
because
I'm not, yeah.
speed
Cause
is
see,
necessary for all
the
of
100,
camera's
the
performance.
100 was huge.
Yes, we have developed new GFX sensor called GFX 102 megapixel CMOS 2HS.
Oh no, yo. They're
This
out
is the
here
key
doing it.
for the high-speed GFX.
See, that's why I get
legal
online and
circuit
everyone
has
always
been speeded up
complains
to
about
achieve over twice faster speed than
Fujifilm doesn't
previous
do
model.
full frame, but like,
AD conversion is
I feel like
performed
it's
in the
making
top
sense
and
with it.
bottom
Like, they're trying to
areas.
lean into
This
what
processing
makes
time
sense for
has
them.
been reduced by half. In addition, the various memory has also been maximized.
The files,
to
I mean, yeah,
support
they're
the
gonna be
high-speed
huge. The thing
readout
is though,
of the
like,
sensor. It means
it's
like
gonna be the same
the entire
as
system has been speeded up totally.
the 100S.
example,
And
buffer
depending
memory
on how
has
you
been
set
doubled
your settings,
from
it's actually not
64
that
gigabit
bad.
to 128
But I will
gigabit.
be honest, I am thinking about
Moreover,
getting,
we have
I usually shoot on
X-processor
128 gig.
which realizes
If I switch to
high-speed
these as my main
processing.
cameras, I would get
The
256
combination
gig.
of the sensor, memory, and
Like
processor
UHS
is
2
what makes
speed,
the
so they'd be
GFX
expensive.
system so high speed.
One of the best arguments I've
specs
heard in
achieved
favor of
by
Fuji in
these
terms of
technologies are
making
high-speed
APS-C one of
content
their
shooting
flagships
up to 8
is that they
frames
can
per
design
second.
top quality lenses.
In
Yeah.
addition, faster autofocus speed.
Let's go with the
because
8 frames
the
a
face
second.
detection pixels on sensor read
Oh
out will
my
be
goodness, they
faster.
done did it. Oh, they got the
The
heating.
processor's calculation speed also
got the
must be
heat.
faster. The photographer can experience the fast autofocus with
That's a real
these
question. How
changes
much does it
in a
overheat?
variety of situations.
Where Canon, Sony, and Nikon might feel
In
like they're
2021,
only going to
I
put
tried
all their
out the
R&D
GFX
efforts in top
100S,
class full
and
glass.
even
Yeah.
though it had its limitations, I was very eager to shoot basketball
Is this
again
New York?
with the GFX
I know exactly where
camera.
this is.
And now with the new
Yeah.
GFX 102, I'm happy to report
Oh, he got a grip on
that
it too.
GFX system is finally ready for action. Sports is never easy to shoot. You have to make compromises between the image quality
And the speed, yep.
and reliability of the cameras. With the new GFX 102, It seems that
Look at
I
that
don't
swapping
have to
lenses though.
make any compromises
That's how I feel every
anymore.
time I swap lenses. Them
It's
things are
fast.
thick.
The autofocus is reliable, and the image quality is even better than before. So I have had so much fun
Now Fuji just
shooting
needs
with
some faster
GFX
lenses
here
for
on
the
courts
GFX.
of New York and LA.
Like the
I've
81.7.
had so
Like I need a
many
super,
fabulous
I need a
photos I could
wide
print
lens, like
as
a
big as I want.
30.
With the new autofocus system,
1.7 or something.
8 frames per second,
If it has the autofocus, the
configurable
fast speed
buttons,
sport,
and
that's I mean, yeah.
configurable
Like if
autofocus
this thing
mode,
can keep up
and I can honestly say
with like an
that
XT5,
I could use this camera for my professional work shooting sports.
like woo, medium format that fast.
Actually, it sounds like surprising information. The speed also enhances the IBIS.
Let's go.
GFX 102 has an 8-stop IBIS.
Let's go.
This great result comes from a combination of the sensor high-speed readout.
Man, bro,
and
I just bought these
new motion blur
XT5s. The
detection
problem is like I don't.
In the past,
I could totally
we have
swap
made
over
full use
to
of
only
gyro sensors
GFX,
to
but
detect motion blur only, but
I feel like
new
it would be a
GFX
little bit
system
scary.
also utilizes the
The
image
photos would look
information
amazing though. Oh my
coming from the
goodness.
image sensor
I've been
as
shooting
well
with
as the
Canon
gyro
last 10
sensor.
years. And now because of you, John, I
Otherwise,
ordered XT5.
The new GFX system
Yeah,
uses
Team Fuji.
information from both the image sensor and the motion sensor.
Speed isn't just for stills, it's applicable for video too. Hi, I'm Ludwig from Fujifilm Nordic, here in Stockholm. I will walk you through the video performance of the GFX 100.
Oh no, they done.
The faster
Fujifilm
readout
just went the
sensor
whole
and
way,
the
y'all.
faster processing power also enhances the video shooting performance.
Maybe in 2 to 3 years when you feel like
This
it's time to
powerful combination
upgrade,
makes
then I'll
it
have the
possible
XT,
to optimize
GFX3.
the processing system for many formats and codecs.
Need to do another GFX wedding.
As you
I
can
mean,
see, the GFX 102 can shoot
4K
Full
60,
HD
let's go.
120p, 4K 60p and 8K 30p movies. In large format 4K, which maximizes the image circle, and in dot by dot 8K, which takes full advantage.
Are you still an
of
expert? I am.
resolution. Full HD high speed 120p.
we don't
which are
really.
used in movies
I know a lot of
can
people
also
probably
be
think
shot.
being an ex-photographer means we
GFX
get all kinds of stuff,
102
but we
will
don't.
also
We don't
support
really.
various
Like I
formats
actually
and
didn't know
codecs,
any of this.
such as ProRes, H.264,
Oh, it gets
H.265,
anamorphic?
and Blackmagic RAW and ProRes RAW via the full-size HDMI. You can also choose between formats from GF, Premista, 35mm and 35mm anamorphic, as we are shooting on right now. As you can see, the format is more cinematic.
How can we
For
get into the
movie
program?
shooting, the
You really just need to
requirement
contact
varies
them.
from different productions.
Usually, like
And GFX
hitting up someone who
102
already is an
has the
ex-photographer and
potential
getting
to
like
meet
inside
those
contacts
expectations.
helps. But other than that, it's really just winning if they're
The
bringing
44
people
by
on.
33 sensor is actually called large format.
Oh,
and
no
not
ex-photographers in
medium
your
format.
country? I mean, yeah, that'd be
For
something
large
to
format
talk to them
video
about.
is
I don't
image
know,
quality and expression.
because I think that has to do with how
Especially
many
excellent signal to noise
areas they
and
have
rich
as well.
dynamic range. The CMOS 2HS can capture
I wonder if
more
Fuji will
than
ever
30%
eventually make a
lights.
cinema line of
It
cameras and go
improves
hard on
signal
video.
noise
I mean,
range with lower ISO. This is shot in f-log2 in ISO 800, which delivers excellent dynamic range. It realizes up to
F-log2 is so
40+
good,
dynamic
y'all.
range, with the possibility of capturing this entire scene thoroughly and get a rich, high-density file. That's why large format cinematography is something special. And another benefit of shooting movies in large format is that you have even more lenses to choose between, including cinema lenses. For example, you can use the Fujinon large format Premista lenses, and actually even anamorphic lenses. It is truly special that such lenses can be used in this type of camera with de-squeeze live view options.
This is crazy, y'all.
1-3 times.
it's
to
gonna be
2
cool
times.
seeing Fuji lean into
So
like
with me
medium
today, I
format
have
and just
Swedish
forget full frame
cinematographer
altogether.
Josef Eriksson.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. So you've been able to try this camera out for a while. What's your biggest
Cinema
impressions
camera
of
like a
using
Sony
this camera?
FX30.
Yeah, I've tried it out for a while and with different lenses. So I tried, having this large format and being able to adapt basically anything. And it's really been opening up for creativity and
Man, yo,
so you
this
can
is
go for
this
the
is hype.
full-on
Today is the
cinema
worst. My
lenses,
wife is over here like mad
with the
because
anamorphics, and you
so
can shoot with the
Fuji's
vintage
announcing
lenses
stuff
that you
today.
already have, or
Later today you have
great
Apple
GF
announcing
lenses.
stuff.
You
Like
have the
everybody's
image, you have
announcing stuff
sensor,
at the
you have
same
camera,
time.
So
And she already know how I am about
just
tech.
adapting whatever lens you feel like.
She's like, bro, you don't need anything. I'm like, oh.
So, and also, it's a really small and lightweight camera. Actually,
About to sell my
for having
100S.
all these capabilities. So it's really easy to maybe rig it or having as a B cam or a crash cam even, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
As we have it here, it's a big, chunky camera, but you can also strip it down and have it super small and still the same beautiful image with the smaller lenses and being able to
Because yeah,
do
better
that as well
autofocus
is
in 8
amazing.
frames a second,
So
that's
we
wedding
shot a
photography.
project
That's
with,
enough.
This setup actually.
Like
So
I
it's
know,
the
you know, like
Kugelgraphic
the
1.8
XE5 does like
with,
15
lenses,
frames,
full
high
frame
burst and stuff.
lens,
You don't
right?
you don't
Full frame
technically
lens,
need all that.
exactly.
8
And we shot a
frames, and if the
project,
autofocus
about,
is like as good as they're saying it is,
about an artist.
that's
She's
enough.
a painter.
Because
And about the
normally shooting at
creative
5
process,
frames
like
feels
starting with a
comfortable to me. So
blank
8
canvas.
frames
And,
is like that perfect
many
amount.
people I think can relate to those thoughts.
I can for
you get
sure
when
tell
you have
I know
endless
many
possibilities.
photographers, Sony especially, was told me
I
that
think
if
there's no,
only
compromise on
Fuji
the
did
image
full
quality.
frame, they
It's,
would. I mean, yeah,
it's all you
that's
need.
even.
It looks
I think the
amazing,
biggest
it's
thing
easy
I
to
hate
grade,
about seeing
you can
reviewers
push and pull it how you
review
want,
Fuji cameras,
and
like the
it's a great
XT5 and
starting
stuff,
point. Like,
is that every
putting this in
review
the computer
coming from a
and just
non-Fuji
watching
person
it
is
with
always
a
like,
Rec.
it's a
79
great
Lux.
camera,
It's,
blah blah blah,
also
but
a
it's
great
crop
start.
sensor,
Yeah.
and it's like I
Small
just
tweaks
hate
to
that
get where you
so
want it.
much.
And you shot it in F-Log 2 most.
So I love,
Yeah,
I would
everything
love to
shot in
see if
F-Log 2.
Fuji actually
Great
can
format to-
change kind of
to
like
work with.
Yeah.
the
And what
overall
about
feeling of
formats and
everything
codecs,
and
like,
how people approach
having
them because
ProRes
they
and
just
Canon?
like
Is that a
lean
big
into
thing for you?
medium format
Yeah,
only.
definitely. ProRes is something I'm
And then they
very
just
used
have the
to,
best
and,
medium format, the
having it
best
internally without a
reasonable
recorder or
medium
anything,
format.
and just
Because
being
that's the
able
thing,
to
if they
pull
can
those
keep
fast
making it
cards
small and
plug in
fast,
being able
it's going to
fire
be to a
away
point where it's like, well,
straight
yeah,
away
that's
is
cool,
great.
you can get a Sony,
And also
or
now you have the
you can go
possibility to
medium
record
format and have a
directly from an
beastie
SSD,
camera for
disk,
only
for
like
example.
$1,000 extra.
So also it's super easy now to just
I just want a
plug it
video
in,
subject
record,
tracking without
and
eye
then
autofocus.
transfer directly to
Like you
to
tap on the
computer.
screen.
So the workflow is much easier. And as we're doing right now, we're also recording to Frame.io, which also backs up directly, for example. So the workflow is a lot easier now than before also.
So camera to cloud,
So that's quite cool.
like the X-H2S, is that what they're
So
saying?
this really opens up for new possibilities for filmmaking.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Thank you, Ludwig and
They're
Joseph.
just like, yeah,
You are
that's cool.
absolutely right. The movie shooting performance is enhanced.
I know I shoot with APS-C,
In addition,
XT100,
The EVF performance
and I don't
is
find
also
much problem
improved
compared. Yeah,
because
and that's the thing.
the
Like
readout
they're
speed is
capable, but
faster in live view mode.
again, there's
Also,
this
The
new.
viewfinder is completely
There's always
new,
been this
both in
mentality
display
that
panel
like
and lenses.
if you're not shooting full frame, you're
Must
not
be the
shooting
best
professional.
EVF ever in
And I'm
the
not a
history
fan of
of
that. And
Fujifilm.
you know,
I
people
can
choose
say
full frame
the
for actual
magnification
reasons, but the
ratio is
majority of people
1.7
don't really
times.
even know. They just do
The
it because everyone's like,
resolution is
it's
over 9 million
professional.
dots. With these combinations,
I was
you
hoping
can
for an
see
announcement with
loveless
X100V.
beautiful images through the
Guess only
viewfinder
GFX. I mean, we
at
just started.
60 frames per second with
I mean, I
1.0
guess we're about
times
30 minutes in.
standard mode, and 120 frames per second, 0.77 times in high-speed mode.
Thank you, Makoto. The GFX 102 has so many things inside. Now, I would like to touch on the product design. I will
Using the
connect
XT3
with Mr.
still,
Kamei,
but it's really
a
doing the
product
job
designer
well.
of
My only
GFX
concern is the
102,
subject tracking for video.
who is now
Yeah,
at the design
I mean, yeah,
center
the
in
only
Tokyo
I like
called
honestly the
Place
only reason I upgraded to the XT5 was for more content for YouTube. Like from a business perspective, the XT3s were still working just fine. I could have kept working on those. The people that make those comments about APS-C versus full frame, in my experience, have either never used higher end APS-C camera or they're just obsessed with the bug. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, they just don't understand. And it's less of, because that's the thing, like, I'll post videos kind of like, you know, joking around about crop sensor versus full frame. But really what I'm trying to get at is that people just don't understand and they think full frame is professional and you have to get, like, that's the problem.
静止画、動画問わず
Those buttons at the front, that's
撮影条件が
dope.
確認できます。さらに、皆さんお気づきでしょ
Oh,
うか。
there's a bunch of extra
この天
buttons.
面部分はですね、手前に11度傾いています。EVF を除きながら最小限の視線移動でサブ液晶を確認することができます。
Slanted
この
LCD.
傾きはテストいただいたプロの方々にも
That
非常に
viewfinder
好
looks
評で
good.
す。
Oh, it looks like it
そして
detaches. Y'all saw the
フラッグシッ
button
プ
at the
として
top?
ディテールの仕上げにもこだわりました。本体全周には新規開発したビシャモンテックスという名前の当社独自の革絞パターンを配置。
They got a nice
日本の
grip
伝
on
統
it.
的な和柄にインスピレーション
I'm
を受け
mostly
た
shooting
日
travel
常上
street
のパターン
now.
は
When I have
カメラ
enough
を
light,
放
I'm
出
usually
際の
shooting
様
at
々な
least
方向への
f5,
ドリップ性を
f4,
考慮
or
させま
5.
す。
And the lighter kit is so much like, yeah, especially for street.
フラッグシップにふさわしい金属の鋳物のような強い存在感を目指しました。
Yeah, like I just got the XS20, which is this one here.
表面の凹凸感を出
This
し
thing,
ながら
bro.
傷つきにくい
It's like the XT30 with a
デザイ
bigger
ン性を
grip,
両立させた
and it's
マテリアルを
tiny.
実現させました。
Put some of that good Fujifilm glass on it, and you're just like good to
と
go.
してふさわしいデザイン。今回はこれを実現できたと思います。撮影現場で
Oh
こ
my
のカメラを
goodness.
使っていただき、さまざまなこだわりを実感いただけると
If I
嬉しい
try one
で
of
す。
these or rent it, it's gonna be a problem.
Flagship model is not only perfect cameras, but it's also important to have a good enough options to accommodate various types of photography. So, system compatibility is also important.
Ooh, full-size
For
HDMI.
example, here is an tilting EVF adapter. It is designed to use the viewfinder at low angles and at waist level. It is not only for flowers for nature photography, but also for portraits. Some people prefer to use it because it doesn't give pressures to those subjects. To support a
There's a
long
cooling
time video
fan.
shooting, you can use a battery grip and an external fan. I believe.
Movie for continuous
This makes
battery
you
life, 4K
redeem
60
it.
recording.
Additionally, the terminals for connecting various external devices are also important.
Microphone, remote,
Full-size
full
HDMI
HDMI.
port and 3.5
Oh, they got the USB or the
microphone
CF
and
Express.
headphone jacks. Of course,
And
it has
Ethernet.
both SD and CF Express slots.
Nice.
And an Ethernet terminal is also equipped.
Does upgrading from XT3 to 4
Data
a
can
good
be
option? I don't
uploaded
think so.
directly from the
XT3 to
body
5
the
is a good
internet.
upgrade, but XT3 to 4
In the
was
world of
minimal.
high-end video solutions, it is getting
I was
common
watching
by
some
using
camera
ground
because
system.
mine is going to die.
Recently,
And although a lot of the old
X82S and
past full frame, I think I might XH2.
direct
Yeah.
upload to Frame.io,
Nice.
which is
Camera
a
to cloud is
cloud
dope. I don't know if y'all saw
collaboration
my live stream I just
The
did.
GFX 102 is the third model to follow. We also have another new solution to be introduced. Nowadays, I know many of you use Capture One software for raw development and tethering on your PC. And at last, the new Capture One app for iPad and iPhone allows you to do the tether shooting
Nice.
or raw development with our film simulation for both wired and wireless shooting.
If the grip has a
This
cooling,
new
no,
app
the cooling
will
fan is probably the
expand
same one for the
capability of shooting
XH2S,
and post-production
where you have to
with
like put it on the back of the
GFX
camera.
and X cameras. And more, as a film manufacturer, we, Fujifilm, must offer new color reproduction with film look. This time, I'm pleased to introduce a new film simulation developed with
New
the
film
GFX
sims?
102. It is Real S.
That great. Is this the
こち
400H?
らは足柄研究所の資料室ですが、富士フィルムのフィルム開発の画質設計の歴史そのもの
My
と言ってい
XT3
い
always
と思い
hard
ます。
resets once in a, when changing
この辺りは
battery.
リアルな
Wow,
解
I
説を
don't. I've never had that happen, and I shot on the. Out of all the Fujifilm XT series, the XT3 is the one I shot on the
こ
most.
れらの資料を紐解いて、表面的な表現だけでな
Bro,
く、
tell me this is
設計思想を
400H.
つかみ取る。そしてプリントやネガを見ながら画質の合わせ込みをしていきます。リアラが開発されたのは30年以上
Oh, no,
前です
okay.
が、その設計思想は現
I
在
don't
の
know
映像
Riala.
表
I don't
現
know
に
my
通じ
films
る
like
ものであ
that.
ったということで
That's
す。
cool though. I love the fact that they're going
こ
through
の
their film
足柄
stock and
研
being
究
like,
所で
yeah, now it's
リアラを
digital.
含め多くのフィルムを
I'm Italian, so I
開
can't
発してきまし
speak,
た。
but Japanese
リアラは
speaking English,
人の目が
remember
最も心
always
地よく感じる表現を
the
追求
100
したフ
anime.
ィルムです。我々富士フイルムが長年の研究の末に到達した真理の一つに
人の目は調子の連続性に心地よさを感じているというのがあります。
Wow, it takes all this to make film? How
豊かな
crazy.
情報を感じているとも言えるでしょう。銀塩フィルムで使われているハロゲン化銀粒子そのものは光に対しては感光反応をするか否かしかありません。ミクロで見ると非常にデジタルなのです。しかしハロゲン化銀粒子のサイズ配置は非常にランダムです。2つとして同じものはありません。そして規則的にも並んでい
Yeah,
ま
I
せん。
think most of the film sims, they're all based off of actual films. Because that's how, I mean, they were making film. That's why they're
一方、デ
Fujifilm.
ジタルカメラに使われている CMOS センサーは AD コンバーターを介してデジタル信号化していますが、入力の最初期はアナログ信号として受講しているのです。実はフィルムはデジタルで CMOS はアナログでもあるのです。
Try a film only wedding? Oh my goodness. I'm not ready for that. I shoot film, but I don't shoot it enough to feel comfortable.
豊かな回
But I've thought about it. I mean, there's a lot of photographers who do it now still.
GFX100 に搭載された新センサーはうってつけでした。このセンサーなくしてデジタルリアルの設計はなかったとも言えます。世界最高峰100メガピクセルという解像度は銀塩フィルムで言うならば卓越した流浄性につながります。そして
Are they saying this is the only camera that's getting this film sim? Since they're saying the 100 is like the only way to really make it work?
銀塩フィルムで言うのならさまざまな大きさのハロゲン化銀を持つことと同意でよりきめ細やかな階調変化よりラティチュードの広い表現ができます。
But yeah, shooting film at a wedding, I would have to do hybrid where I could shoot it through most of the day, but then when I got to reception, I would swap over to like an XT5 or something.
GFX しかも GFX100 のようなフラッグシップならばどんな被写体が来ても一発でプロクオリティの絵を見せ
Pro
る
neg
必
is
要があります。
400H?
それこそがリア
I
ル
didn't
であ
realize
り
that.
初搭載モデルは GFX100 であるべきなのです。
The GFX102 has more new functions.
I imagine they'll find a way to get it
International
into the
Press
X-Trans 6 sensor.
Telecommunications Council metadata. This is a new function to
What?
create metadata, commonly known as IPTC. This is an essential feature for professional photographers, such as press and news reporters.
Wow.
Hi, Makoto. Can I just add one more information? I would like to share a very exciting news on press photography. Press photography has always occupied an important position within the history of both camera
I'm a little
and
bit scared of
photography.
how heavy those files
The
could be.
requests from the
I mean,
field of
again,
press
if you
photography has
do your
led to
settings
evolution
fine, they're
in
not
cameras
that
and
bad.
equipments.
Like actually,
This is why Fujifilm decided to incorporate IPTC into GFX 100 too.
like I shoot with my
Fujifilm is
100S
not only a
in
camera
compressed
manufacturer,
in
but
I think
also
12-bit
a
color.
photographic company.
Or no,
We
14?
would like to
Yeah, because
do
it's 14 and
more than
16. The files, they're
manufacturing
not
cameras.
that big.
Therefore, Fujifilm has decided to support press photography
Yeah,
industry
lossless
itself.
compressed is where it's at.
Hi everyone at the X-Summit. My name is Jumana Al-Zain Khoudi and I'm the Executive Director of World Press Photo. We are a global platform connecting photojournalists and documentary photographers, as well as our global audiences, with trustworthy stories. Since our World Press Photo
Second
Foundation was
XT3 for
founded
street
in
photography?
1955,
Wait,
our annual photo contest
HND?
has grown into one of the
XT3?
world's most prestigious competitions, rewarding the best photojournalists.
Like really, because everyone always says that they're like, oh, the files are going to be huge. It's really only if you're shooting like 16-bit uncompressed, then they're huge.
We are so excited that World Press Photo and Fujifilm will work closely together as of 2024. It is an honor for us to partner with this leader in the photography industry. Our exhibitions are traveling to more than 70 cities around the world this year. So make sure that we meet
Or
you
totally
and see you
2025
there.
Fuji
Thank you so
photographer in my
much.
country. Wow.
Thank you, Jumana. Of course, we believe every photography genre is equally important. And Fujifilm will continue to support the photo industry as well as manufacture cameras.
Oh,
Now that
secondhand?
we
Oh yeah.
covered the
I'm
overview of
totally down
GFX
for
102,
used XT3s.
I want to ask two guests to let us know their impression on the camera. Let me introduce Cooper and Gorfer.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks for coming today. So, could you introduce yourselves, please?
Yeah, sure. We are an artist duo, Cooper and Corfer, and we have collaborated for the past 18 years. We have met back in art school together, and we started off our collaboration as friends, actually.
Slap on the 27
And we came
pancake
from quite
lens
different
too.
backgrounds, Sarah
Exactly.
and I. But photography has
I've
always
used that
been
lens a little
our
bit, but
common
it's nice,
denominator.
and it's
That's
so small
interesting.
profile. It's
Could you
awesome.
tell us a little bit more about what you're working on right now?
Well, we work project-based, and we're in the middle of a trilogy. So we've done a first chapter. We're literally in the middle of the second chapter. But basically, it's a project that's stemming from this idea under this theme of hysteria. And hysteria is a word that has
81.7.
a lot of connotations, especially for women. And it's basically looking into sort of re-examining the connotation of hysteria.
So
And
essentially,
as a
they
result,
go
we're
a
creating
lot for
dynasty
press
of women
photography,
that
but they're
is
starting
both
to
based on
go
reality
for a lot of new
and,
genres.
this collection of
John, do you prefer the
library of
Viltrox?
bodies
I have
that we're
never
sort of
used the
collecting,
Viltrox lens,
and
like
also
at
going
all.
into mixed media work, so three-dimensional pieces.
Yeah, and also I think how can you? Like
Oh
what
my goodness,
Sarah
too.
said, you know,
And
we have
the
this idea in our
battery
heads,
on the
how do we
GFX
actually then
100S is so
create
good.
and put that into an image.
Like,
And
I'm
for us,
sure
like,
on the
the process is
102,
not
you won't even really need
just
the
the
grip unless you
photograph.
just
It
wanted
starts
it.
with, you know, a
Because at that point, with the
preparation,
grip on it,
materials,
the camera's
then
going
we
to be
would print
pretty,
and build
it's going to be
huge
pretty big.
sets and props out of those photographs that we would then on set, you know, use
I
in
really
the
like to
actual
pick up
photo
a
shoot.
new
And after we have done this,
27
we
for
will take
street.
this image and then disassemble
500 for a
it again
fun
and
manual
reassemble
lens.
it. And things like that, where we try
What's your
to
go-to
push
ultra-wide
it,
lens
work
for the
a lot with
XT5?
collage,
I
work a
want to
lot with
try the
different
8
scales
mil.
later on,
I haven't
different
tried
kind
it
of
yet.
Scales of printing it and
It looks like it's
rephotographing
really good, but right now the
Seems like
widest I have is
very,
a 16.
complex process you have to go through. And how would you pick like a camera, for example, as a tool? What's important for you?
Well, I mean, what's wonderful with
I don't have the
your
budget, so I was thinking
camera,
upgrading from the
specifically
3 to the
with
4.
GFX.
Oh, for the IBIS. I mean, if you
100
really
too.
think you need the IBIS, then it's worth it. But
it's
to
the medium
me,
format. I mean,
I
it's a
remember when
very
the XT4 came out, and the only reason I ended up
lightweight,
getting
but
one
then, you know, what
was
you're
for
getting
video,
with it,
and that was it.
Is this incredible
So I
detail.
kept my
And,
XT3s, and they were
it's
still my
so
main
important,
cameras.
This three-dimensionality of our work, and I think to be able to capture three-dimension in two-dimension is without it, we won't have the work that we do. We need this excellence, and we need it to be an enabler.
You feel it?
for
Tamron,
us. And it
Samyang,
has to be
Sigma
sort of an
should produce a
extension of our
35 150
ideas.
equivalent for X system.
So for us, medium format is key.
Do you
I mean,
have
that
any
would be
feature
nice.
You would like to try?
I'm a big
with this
fan of
camera?
Sigma. I
Which
always
you
have
haven't tried
been.
yet?
Yes,
I wish they'd make their
we
art
do.
series for the X mount,
we
but
had mentioned that we do mixed media collage. So we're both doing
you gotta leave Fuji.
in-camera
Need the full
kind of
frame for my work. Kind of bum.
fragmented collage.
What about medium
images, but we're
format?
also doing these physical three-dimensional collages.
Because
that
yeah,
are
that's the thing too. Like
stitching,
people always argue full frame and crop, and everyone's like, "I need full frame."
sort of,
No one
different
ever
materials and
like
textures
legitimately
along
talks
with,
about medium format.
printed photography.
About to upgrade to
get
these
the
just so I can be
detail,
that guy.
What
do you shoot on? Medium
photographing a collage
format.
like that. We
What?
know
Yes.
about this pixel shift, and that is apparently like an incredible way to capture detail.
Makoto, maybe you can explain
Yeah.
about the pixel shift?
Pixel shift is actually works with our IBIS system. It makes like 16 images. It makes like as a result, you can
makes a
get
huge
400
photo.
megapixel, totally full color and the resolution.
Upgraded from full frame twice to
That's, you know,
Fuji.
our technology.
That we're very excited.
I need it for light gathering. Medium format would be incredible with the money. Yeah,
that level,
I mean,
I mean,
yeah, it is
in the
pretty.
past we've had to stitch
Even
together
top
to
end
get
full frame is what,
the perfect quality. And
like in that
otherwise you're
4,000
using these
range.
Insane scanners.
Medium
and that's
format's like a
quite-
good $2,000 more
to
than
know
that.
that can compete with that is really exciting.
So we'll be looking forward to many more projects, and hopefully we can try to continue to support you.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I want to use it so bad.
Now,
Since this year is the GFX year, I would like to share with you some news from G-mount lenses.
Yeah.
It is a lens
which product development announcement was
81.7.
made 2 X-Summits ago. It
81.7 is hands down my favorite. Yeah.
f1.7.
55.17.
As many of GFX users are fond of portraiture, the GF 80mm f1.7
I wish Fuji made GFX
launched
body
in
like
2021
Mamiya. Ooh, that would
is
be
very
beautiful.
popular among GFX users. This GF 55mm f1.7
Should be a duo.
should
Yep,
be a
exactly.
duo
55 and
with that
80.
lens. With a
I
large
do concert
aperture
photography,
of
big tours,
f1.7,
and can get away with APS-C, but the small
beautiful
hardcore
bokeh
shows I generally
and
shoot
three-dimensional effect
are lit
of G
like
format, combined with a versatile angle of view at 44mm equivalent in 35mm format. It is a
Oh, I see. So it's not a 35 mil, it's more like a 40 mil.
Not only for portrait photography, but for everyone. However, we cannot describe the true value of this lens only from aperture and focal length. This is because the biggest feature of this lens is superb image quality. Please look at this lens construction. By utilizing 2 ED lenses and 2 aspherical lenses in the optical construction, we realized the coexistence of sharpness.
I don't know how yet.
Bokeh.
Getting used to the focal lengths in medium
Especially
format are always
design
weird
the bokeh
because
expression
at first I got used to
extreme
APS-C and always going like
know
up. So like,
outstanding
oh, here's my
bokeh is
23. It's like a
expected
35,
by
but now
our
you got to do
users
everything
as a
backwards.
result of a large aperture lens.
John, as a
large
S
format
photographer,
camera,
how much often
which
are
is
you in
quite
contact with
difficult
Fuji?
for
Pretty
other camera
often.
systems to achieve. For the beautiful clean
Yeah,
bokeh,
look at that.
we use the aspherical lens manufactured with ultra precision, resulting in the reduction of axial chromatic aberration and onion ring effect. It is the first GF lens to feature 11 diaphragm blades for a near perfect circular aperture. We cannot say this is new standard lens just from aperture, angle of view, and image quality. It has to come with quick response, in other words, better autofocus performance. We chose a powerful but near silent, vibration-free DC motor.
The bot got you
to
there,
drive the focusing
Pedro. Yeah,
lens
that bokeh is looking good.
8 elements and aperture unit.
What are the
Also,
benefits of becoming
the
one?
use of
I would say the
bearing
biggest
mechanism
benefits are
has successfully reduced
being able to
friction
work with
for
Fujifilm
smooth
on
focusing.
like new projects. Sometimes
Hi,
you
everybody.
get
My name
to
is Anushka Menon,
be a
and
part
I'm
of a
fashion and
launch.
beauty photographer based in
Um,
India.
and just being
Today
close to the
I'm
brand,
going to
really.
be shooting with the new 55 1.7. I'm really looking forward to shooting with this lens. I've been waiting for a lens like this to come out, especially with this shallow depth and aperture. I'm
So
looking
I
forward
actually
to
I got a
shooting
chance
portraits that I
to
have
shoot with the
planned.
55. I actually
Okay, so keep it really soft.
I have a
really
pre-production
romantic.
chilling somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, now that they talked about it, I can actually
Nice, that's really nice.
yeah.
Nice. Can you come a little bit
The
more
bokeh on this
frontal?
thing is ridiculous. Like it's amazing.
Beautiful. Okay.
And it's like it's the same size as the 81.7.
So let's see what we got
They're
with
almost like
Capture One.
identical in size and weight.
Okay, so we're using the new Capture One for the mobile.
Do they send stuff?
And,
Kind of. Not really.
Obviously, we're using it on the iPad
Um,
today.
But that's the
I'm just gonna
perspective
do a
of a
few
YouTuber. Like
adjustments
I
just to-
wish, especially because my whole
see
channel
exactly
talks
how
about their
I like
stuff.
my skin
I wish that they
tone.
sent me everything
And my contrast, remembering that we're
all
sort
the
of, like,
time, but they
trying to
don't. Like
get a
the
very
GFX
ethereal,
100 or 102, like I probably won't get that thing in my hands
Yeah,
until next
absolutely
year
love the
at
sort of
worst. Like just to be
sharpness, and
honest.
you can very accurately like focus on what
Unless
you want,
I
but
spend my own
everything
money
else
to
is
either
out of
get one or
focus,
rent it
which
or something. It depends.
is so
I don't know when it's
beautiful
coming out
because the
either. That's the
fall-off of
thing.
the focus
They
is-
haven't said anything about
is
the
quite,
release yet.
Perfect. If you can see here, like I have.
Or like
just
the
facing
XT5s when
focus
those
of the
came out,
city,
I
the
bought those
background is
myself. Like I didn't get none of. That's what people
beautifully
probably look at me and they're like,
blurred
"Well, he has an XH2S
And when I
and
get
he has
closer to images
XT5
like
and
this,
he probably
I
gets
can-
all this stuff from
I
Fuji." I
literally
don't.
just have one eye in
Like
focus.
I bought those things with my own money. I paid full price. I got the receipts. I mean, y'all can see the last time I streamed on a X Summit was when they released the XT5, and I bought them right then and there on stream.
Very cute. Very nice.
Never had fun shooting other than Fuji bodies. Exactly. And see, that's the thing. There's something about Fujifilm's bodies, and that's what makes the difference for me. I don't care if it's not full frame. It's been a while since I started print photos. Hundreds of pixels are beautiful, but for the main print, 24 or lower is good. I mean, yeah.
Shooting with the 55mm today, ranging from the sort of 1.7 f-stop that it has to around 2.2, depending on how much I wanted in focus and how much I wanted out of focus. Yeah, I'm admiring the images. Everything looks really beautiful, kind of how I envisioned it to look. Of course, the 55 is the new standard.
Yeah, the 55 is good, y'all.
This lens is that you can zoom in and you can capture immaculate details.
Do you at least get a discount? Sometimes we do.
All while sort of maintaining the perfect balance of
it also
highlights
depends
and
on if stuff
shadows.
is in stock.
As
If
you
you
can see
keep
here,
up with
even though
Fujifilm
it
stuff,
looks a
you'll
little
know
burnt
that
out,
like
so soft and
a
beautiful,
lot of times
it
stuff is
doesn't
not in stock.
Take away
So
from the image, which is really lovely. Also, I would like to just sort of add in comparison to the 80mm or the 110, which I also have in my kit.
man, yo, I
feel
sold
like
my
in
110,
comparison to
and now I'm over here
the
talking about like, oh, maybe I'll switch to
GF80 and the
GFX. I should have kept that
GF110.
110 if that was the case.
Each lens obviously has its own.
Do you prefer
qualities
XT5
and
over the XH2S?
capabilities.
I do.
And I use
The
the
XT
80 as well a lot
series
for
has always
portraiture
been
and
kind of my
fashion,
first.
and
I mean,
use
it was
the
my
110
introduction into
for a
Fujifilm.
lot of beauty, but I also
Like I
just
started
love
on the
way
XT2, so
the
the XT5 is that
captures,
same.
close-ups
Something about the
and
XH I don't like. Now I have both, but I use the XH2S for video.
Thank you, Anushka. You made it very easy to understand. Portraits are one of GFX's specialties. I think this lens can be used in other areas, especially when combined with the GFX 102. There could be new possibilities. Let's ask Annika what else you can do with GF 55mm f1.7.
Thanks, Juji. I'm Annika from Fujifilm Nordic. The GFX 102, together with the GF 55mm lens, is a perfect combination for street photography and documentary. I'm here in one of Europe's best preserved city centers, in the Old Town in Stockholm, where you can visit both the Royal Castle and the Nobel Prize Museum. With me, I
Being an
have
ex photographer bound you to use third-party lenses and stuff. Yeah, for the most part. We try and keep it like mostly in-house stuff.
Thank you so much.
That's why you don't see me talking too much about other brands and things.
This kit on many different
and honestly, it's not like a bad thing. It's not like
I
wouldn't be bound, because even when I became an ex photographer, all I did shoot was Fuji at the time.
So it's been amazing to work with the 55mm lens.
So for me, I don't really feel like I was that bound anyway, because I was already like all in on Fuji.
In Gothenburg with the rain pouring down on the lens. So it's been amazing to see the different conditions in which this kit is working. So I would love to try it out now on the streets of Stockholm. So maybe let's try and have a look.
Yes, of course.
Let's walk. There's so many German streets here.
Oh my goodness, it's beautiful, yo.
It's really nice. Well, I got my first Fuji, the X100T, while I was studying. Back then I started photographing pretty much everything around me on the streets.
Absolutely agree. The only system I had true fun shooting is Fujifilm. I mean, even when I had to block, I still wanted to. Yeah, exactly.
Going over from the X100T to now the GFX, so much has changed.
Can you make videos for other brands? I cannot.
55mm now, doing these amazing portraits. I'd definitely say the different varieties of assignments.
But honestly, again,
everything from
if I were making videos for other brands at the moment, it would just be for YouTube stuff.
Because I can make these,
you know, like for views and things.
Beautiful portraits. Yeah, it's been amazing to see.
So like, I would be able to do more like versus videos. Like I could do a GFX versus a full frame. I could do stuff like that, and I would do it too. But other than that, like I'm fine with shooting Fuji only. I'm pretty happy with it. Is that her carrying the X or the?
Hi. It's nice to see you reading a book. I was just taking some pictures of you because it looked so nice.
She just walked up on her.
I hope it's okay with you. Okay, great. You want to see something?
What, it had the Atomos Ninja V recording. God, it looks so good.
Thanks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Have a good day. Bye. Hi there.
Someone needs to get married in Stockholm.
My name's Nora. I'm a photographer. Would you mind if I take some pictures of you and your dog?
No.
Yeah? What's his name?
Oh, and that's it just for
Bob.
video
He's so
content,
sweet.
like you trying
You're my
another
friend.
camera body
You sit
stuff.
there. You just
I
sit
just
there.
like, I don't see the need for that because I don't want to be switching cameras every 20
Look
seconds.
at them.
Which is why like I'm cool with just being
Like
in on
very
one
calm.
system.
Such a beautiful pose.
Oh, look at the shadows.
Just be patient and wait for Bob. He's gonna be fine. Can you just look at me? Yeah? Bob doesn't care about me. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Bob. See ya.
So for you, what makes the GF 55mm a good
Oh,
street
goodness.
photography
Yo.
lens?
With the focal length and the amazing aperture, it's really perfect for me for everything from everyday life situations to street photography, like here in Gamla stan in Stockholm. I love working with the new GFX medium format because it's great to carry it around as my new normal camera. Because no matter where I have it, I can
I
always
mean, like using friend's
use the
camera for the day and
images,
stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like
for
I wouldn't
my
do
normal
that.
Stories and reportages for magazines.
Now a
or
Mamiya, that's
print and
different.
huge
We're
exhibition
not really
prints.
barred as much
I
on
was
film
really
cameras
enjoying our little walk with the
because they're not really
photography and
direct
everything.
competitors.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
But
for
yeah, I
having
just
me.
like I know Fujifilm like the back of my hand, so like I
Thanks,
wouldn't
Laura.
just pick up
Thanks,
someone
Anna.
else's like Sony and be like, yeah,
Not
let's
only
shoot. Like I
portraits,
just wouldn't
but snaps are also very
because
nice.
I would feel lost. I
But
mean, I
sure,
shoot mainly
there
for
are
work,
many
you
more
know.
uses.
So if I go into a wedding or a portrait shoot, I don't want to be sitting there with my camera like I don't
Well,
know
everyone,
what I'm doing. Like I want to be just
actually,
like boom, boom, boom,
I
boom,
have
boom.
brought 2 more lenses for the GFX today.
2 more.
GF 30mm f5.6
Yeah, tilt
shift and GF
shift.
110mm f5.6 tilt shift. I'm happy to officially introduce both lenses. Carl will explain more details on these lenses.
Yeah, I wanted to say like not other brands like
Thanks, Judy.
Sony and Canon,
I'm
but like
Carl
oh
from
yeah,
Fujifilm Nordic.
Leica
I'm
I don't
going to
know because
explain
it's
more
mainly
about these new tilt shift lenses, which
they
are
do
designed
digital as
for
well.
G-mount. The
But yeah,
concept of
anything
these
that's
lenses
filmed.
is perfect design tilt shift lenses for
Look at
G-mount.
this, finally
In
some
other
tilt
words,
shift,
they
yo.
have unique
People been waiting
functions
for
with
tilt
high
shift
image
forever.
quality that third-party tilt shift lenses are not able to achieve. First, quality.
I had other brand, and
To be
every
honest,
time
you
body
can't
was released, I wanted
realize
to
the
buy
full
it. But
potential
a
of GFX
strange
when you
fact
use an adapter and tilt
of
shift
Fuji is
lenses
that
made for
with
full
just the
frame
one
cameras.
camera I had, just
They
wanted to
cannot
keep the
resolve
one
the pixel
exactly.
pitch of GFX cameras. However, these are different. They can capture 102 megapixel from edge to edge thanks to newly developed optical units dedicated to these lenses. What amazed us is that they still maintain the wider
Well,
image
something about the
circle for
Fuji
GFX
cameras, like they're just
This is why
good
these
all
lenses
around.
have a greater
So you
shift
don't
range
even
up
like
to
need
50
to upgrade.
millimeter.
Like the
These are
XT3
the
is still
unique functions and
super capable.
operations that these two tilt shift lenses can realize. Since they're designed for G-mount, you don't need a mount adapter. The lens can communicate directly with the camera body. Thanks to this, we could add this function. The camera displays both the shift amount and the rotation angle of the lens. This information is recorded in the EXIF data of the image file,
Nice.
which gives improvement in accuracy and less work in post-production. Many passionate photographers have requested these lenses over
For
the
years, yep. People have
I
been
believe we
waiting
can
for a
finally
tilt
deliver
shift.
the best tilt shift lenses for G-mount to the market. One photographer who has been waiting for these lenses a long time is Serkan Guinness. Hi, Serkan.
Hi, Carl. My name is Serkan Güneş. I'm a landscape photographer.
Just the battery's a
I
little
had
pain
two
in the
dreams
bum.
in my photography career. The first one was mirrorless
The
video
new
from a
batteries, yeah.
camera
The
from
XT,
Fujifilm.
that's not the one of the
Second
biggest
was
things of the new
tilt shift
cameras is
lenses
that new
for
battery.
GFX
It's so
system.
much better.
And I'm really happy that today both of my dreams came true. I'm especially proud of being the first photographer in the world to try the GF 30mm tilt shift lens. I made my first project with the new tilt shift lens on Sandhamn Island of Stockholm archipelago. Here you can see some scenes from the project.
Wow,
Yep,
this is
with
great,
them nice
Serkan.
straight
What's
lines.
your first impression of this new lens?
I'm really impressed by
Talking about
both
battery,
image
have you
and
tried the
build
third
quality.
party? I haven't.
It captures
I
great
usually don't do
details from
third party
corner to
stuff. I've always
corner,
been scared of
and
it.
big knobs are easy to work with.
I wonder if they're
and will be
going to show
really
anyone
helpful
using
when I work
tilt
with
shift for
thick clouds
portraits.
in
A
winter
lot of
time.
people do that.
And
It's kind of
great
blasphemy
amount
though.
of
You're not
tilt
supposed
and
to use the
shift
tilt shift like
adjustments
that.
make it perfect for landscape photography. I've been working with the other tilt-shift lenses and adapters on GFX cameras, but they've been too big and heavy, and I couldn't get the details and resolution the GFX cameras offer.
Okay, do you like it? You seem to love it.
Yes, I really love it. And I'm really looking forward to shoot some new project with the GFTS tilt-shift lenses.
This looks good, yo.
Can you tell us why you would recommend tilt-shift lenses for landscape photographers?
Because tilt-shift lenses will give you the possibility of working with large format technique like tilting and shifting in
He's
a
like,
medium
because it's
format system.
awesome.
And tilt-shift lenses are for
Why
everyone
else?
who is serious about their photography and wants to develop as a photographer. And I'm really sure about that the new lens is gonna give me some possibilities, some
Yeah, the
make a
pivot
great
EVF,
project.
yeah.
I'm just looking forward.
Especially for what he was doing.
Today, I'd like to talk about the future as well. I have news about the development roadmap for G-mount lenses.
Bro, give us a faster, wider lens.
As I mentioned today, GFX now has a new weapon.
Speed.
It is a quantum leap in terms of performance. And it is something that will
Oh
be
my goodness, I
great
want to try it
benefit
so bad.
in all shooting genres, but much anticipated by sports
What
photography.
about wedding, yo?
and
People hate
wildlife
weddings.
photography.
They're like, forget y'all wedding
The
photographers.
first lens of choice
You're not a real
for this
photographer.
genre is the telephoto lens.
I just want to do work.
Currently, the G-mount has GF 100 to 200 millimeter f5.6 and GF 250 millimeter f4.
Nice.
In 2024, a new lineup will be added to these telephoto lenses. It is a GF 500 millimeter f5.6.
I wish
This
Sigma
lens
made an
would
1835
have the
for
longest
Fuji.
focal length and largest effective
They need
aperture
to.
in the G-mount.
I'd love to see Sigma make some G-mount lenses.
With a speed of 8 frames per second and the detail of 102 megapixels, capturing the world of the Super Telephoto 500 millimeter lens. It is exciting just to imagine it. Don't you think? As mentioned earlier, speed also contributes to the performance of movie.
Finally, some
Yes,
good stuff for
we
wildlife.
need a
Yeah,
lens for
you need them
recording
long
movies
lenses
with
too.
GFX system. It is this one, a standard zoom lens for movie shooting.
Like an 18 to
For
55
that
style.
purpose, we are developing the lens control to be fully electronic, which means zooming will be electronic as well as autofocus.
Wow.
Today, we cannot share specifications such as focal length, but it will be a lens
Weddings,
to
the
make movie
wildlife,
shooting
and concrete jungle.
much easier with GFX.
I can't realistically imagine many people shooting wildlife
stay
and
tuned.
sports on a medium form. I mean,
The GF 55mm f1.7 for portraits and snaps. GF 30mm and 110mm tilt shift for commercial and landscape photography. GF 500mm for sports photography and wildlife.
they really out here trying to do sports.
And finally, GF power zoom lens for movie. I am sure that each of them will help.
I want some faster lenses, but I guess on the same in its medium format. Like 1.7 is pretty wide
GFX
open.
system. So, this is everything we have for you today, but we have not given you any information about the availability yet.
Yes.
The GFX 102, priced at
September.
$7,499,
Ooh,
will be
$7,500.
available late September.
It ain't cheap.
The accessories will be available at
At the same time, so the grip.
The GF 55mm f1.7
$2,200.
will be $2,299 and will be available this month at the same
$2,300.
timing as the GFX 102. The GF 30mm f5.6 tilt shift will be $399.
That's the only difference. The
and will be available in
the X
October.
series was nice because everything was cheap.
The GF 110mm
This is like
f5.6
shooting
tilt
full
shift
frame.
will be $3,499 and will be available in November. And one more thing.
People in the chat are
Here is the
mad.
information about the event to enjoy the products announced today. Carl.
Yeah, right. Let me just spend 10K. I mean, cause see, I would be crazy. I would buy 2 GFX 102s. Like I would do it.
Fujifilm Stockholm, starting tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock here at Fotografiska Stockholm. We have inspirational live talks, product demos, workshops and photo galleries, showcasing the amazing creativity of top photographers and filmmakers.
I'm off to sell my liver.
Fujifilm Stockholm is also
It's
a
like,
chance
well,
to try out the latest range of
let me go see what I can sell.
cameras and lenses, including all the new GFX products we just launched here today. And don't forget to bring your own camera, since we're offering quick maintenance service on all X and GFX cameras and lenses, free of charge.
I think I understood that Fuji don't do longer focal because they try to compensate with high pixel sensor.
Fujifilm-X.com so that you don't miss out. Vi ses på Fujikina.
Thank you, Carl. Fujifilm Japan members will also be at Fujikina Stockholm. Actually, we will have local events in several countries as described in the
I'm trying to see
summaries.
how fast that 102 is.
Please check your country at Fujifilm-X.com. Thank you, everyone. See you soon. Bye.
Nice. You get more value for an eye though. Nice. I mean, yeah. Again, I tried my best not to call the GFX 100S slow, because it's not. It really is not slow, but it's like just a little slow for weddings. That 8 frames and better autofocus makes it usable for weddings. Because I mean, I've shot weddings on the 100S and it was fine. Like, it could do the thing and it did it well, but the new 102, that's the sweet spot. I feel like it's gonna be perfect. I never use burst in wedding. I mean, yeah, the only time I use burst, so I do low burst normally, and then the only time I use high burst is during the first kiss, which I don't even need to do that. I just do it because. And then other than that, yeah, like normally with my X-T5s, I think I'm only shooting low burst at 5 frames a second. So like, again, that's what I would do with the GFX. Like, it does 8, but I would probably shoot it at around 5. The problem is that the 100S, like the focusing system and everything, that's where you start feeling the slowness. I don't trust burst if people are moving in my direction. I mean, so I just had some of my videos drop for the 55 since I had it. But yeah, I really want to try the GFX 102. Let's see. I gotta get these related videos. Yeah, GFX 102 sounds like that's where it's at, y'all. I'm kind of hyped. I'm excited. What else am I doing? Let's see. Did they release the actual? I have a question. The fact that X-T5 don't have battery grip is, yeah, because the batteries that it comes with are insanity, y'all. I swap my batteries only twice on a wedding day, if even. So I'll bring my X-T5 and I'll have the battery that's in the camera and then like 2 extra batteries, and I usually don't even go through all of them on a full wedding day. So it's fine. Will you remember me for next session? Oh yeah, especially your username Gummy Bear. I'll definitely be able to remember that. What am I looking for? Let's see if B&H, did they put it up there? There it goes. GF55. I gotta make my thumbnail. I was waiting for them to release the actual lens so I can make the thumbnail. Because again, they don't really give us information before the fact. So now y'all get to see me making a thumbnail. This is what it looks like. Uh-oh, it didn't do the... Good old life of a YouTuber. This is what I do. What is that program? This is Pixelmator. It's basically, the way I like to explain it is it's pretty much like, it's like Photoshop, but like a Mac program. What did I do on this one? 15, yeah. There we go. Export for web. There we go, we did it. Now I can update my thumbnail because the one I have currently is not good. So see, this is good old YouTube here on the back end. And then I need to upgrade my thumbnail. And this is it here. Ta-da! Oh, I never even did a... Did I not put tags? Oh, I didn't. Oh my goodness. How early do you get stuff for test? It depends. So I had this lens. They were thinking about launching it earlier, I guess, and then they pushed it back. So I had this lens like in February. But they pushed it back, so gotta get my tags in here. That's too far back. It's normally not like that. It's because they ended up pushing it back. Examples. 55, 55, 55. GF 45 versus GF 55. $55 mil. Oh yeah, they didn't announce anything else. People probably hurt. People thought there was gonna be an X100V. Has Fuji ever send you some gifts? No. X Pro, Fuji 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. We don't want the 80. Oh, I can do. I would like to do more YouTube content, so it's good to see how. Yeah. So I'm using a program called vidIQ, and vidIQ it's like a plugin for Chrome, but that's what's helping. You see, it's helping me find my tags. Normally that's not the case. If you're just using YouTube by itself, you have to do the tags by yourself. So what this is doing, like all these yellow dots, it's showing me what I have like a higher weight class in for these tags so that people can find my videos better. So I'm trying to tag it with stuff that people are going to be searching for. And especially since it's about the GF55. I basically just want to tag it with stuff that people are going to be looking for. I need to make some more videos now that I know the price, because what was it, 2,300 for the 55? This is probably good. So yeah, I put all these tags in here, then I save that, and then I have to go and I usually do my description as well. There. I didn't have a chance to do that, so there that is now. So hopefully my tags and stuff will Can you write the extension? Yeah, it's vidIQ. It can be a little pricey, but it's totally worth. And then now that I release my videos, I'm just gonna keep up on the comments. I usually like to be able to comment on stuff while it's pretty fresh and new. So when the comments first come in. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get a start on my day. Now that I'm up and it's only 6 a.m., I can go ahead and get some work in and deal with these videos coming out and gawk over the GFX 102. But thanks for joining me, y'all. Thanks for joining me on the stream. I hope it was fun chatting and things. Recently purchased your preset pack. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that people are enjoying it. I really, you know, it's my preset. Like, I still use it myself. I can show y'all now that everything's released. So here's the 50 1.7. So these are some shots I took on the 50. And this is with the 100S, but yeah, the lens is so good. Like GFX, like look at this. It's just GFX is so good, y'all. And again, if the 102 is as fast as they talk about, like this is what we're talking about. Like this is what we want, you know? Like the pictures just look so good. Every time I use a GFX, I'm just like, man, yo. Oh, do I have some of my other? No, I don't. I put them in a different. Do you have any plans on traveling to Asia? Not really. So my wife is half Chinese. So maybe at some point I'll be over there, but no plans in the recent future. Nepal? Oh, nice. That would be awesome. Yeah, this is a quick look at some of the portraits. And again, I have my videos up, so if y'all want to go check that out, I have the portrait session that I got these shots from, and then I also have a 45 versus the 55, and then some other shorts. But for now, I'm about to jump off of here, get my day started, and yeah, thanks for hanging out. It's always fun catching the Fuji X-Summits together, and I'll probably keep doing this in the future. 5 a.m. is early, but I have 4 kids, so I'm used to waking up early anyway. But I'll catch y'all next time.